sharing with you about the signs of emotionally intelligent people. And it's basically to challenge you to become an emotionally intelligent person. What's the point if other people become emotionally intelligent and you are not emotionally intelligent? It is a very pathetic place to be. And if you act emotionally foolish for a while, then what happens after a while, you lose the interest to explore new things, and you get into a negativity and you become bitter. I'm a pastor. I see people in the church. Some people, when they came to the Lord, they were worshiping God with an excitement, lifting hands, and they would turn up in every prayer meeting. And after a while, they don't come for the prayer meeting. They come to church on Sunday morning, and they will sing if they feel, and if they don't sing, they don't feel. And they just go through the motions in the service. Really don't get engaged. They sing the words from the screen. They don't sing the words of the song from their heart. As a result, they go more and more down. But when you're emotionally intelligent, you get engaged with God. You know that God has a plan for your life. You get engaged. So I was sharing with you about the signs of the emotionally intelligent people. How do you know whether you are emotionally intelligent or not? Now, today I want to share with you about the characters of the emotionally intelligent people, that you can recognize who is emotionally intelligent, who is not. Remember, if you are working on to build a team, or if you have a vision or dream or for ministry, or business, or job, and you really want to hit the top, and one of the primary goals is that you need to surround yourself with the people who are emotionally intelligent, that they will not tear you apart. They will patch up and they will build you up. Even when you fall apart, they'll put you together and they'll hold you together. I'm sure you must have come across people who are pulling you together when you're falling apart. And you also come across people when you're doing together, they just rip you apart. So there are movement makers and there are movement blockers. Emotionally intelligent people are the movement makers. They are not the movement blockers. When I start the church, and I love leadership, and I love teaching about leadership. It's one of my favorite topics because everything rise and fall on leadership. Your church will grow based on how big you are. Your organization, your business, everything grow only when you start growing. So leadership matters. So if you really wanted to see you growing, you need to surround yourself with the emotionally intelligent people. No matter how intelligent they are, if the emotions are not in the right place, they are a hopeless character. They will not help you. They will tear you apart. You need to surround yourself with the people who are emotionally intelligent. Say, for example, you got some people who are not emotionally intelligent. Teach them that first. First, you teach them about how to handle the emotion before you teach them anything else. When Jesus called 12 men to build the kingdom of God, build the church, and first 3 chapters of Gospel of Matthew, he taught them the attitude they need to have in their life in order to fulfill that great vision of building God's kingdom in the world. That's why we call it Beatitudes. So 5, 6, 7, 3 chapters speaks about the attitude. That's the first thing Jesus taught them. But even still, they went wrong. Though he taught them for 3 years, 3.5 years, regularly spent time and taught them, they saw miracle, they did miracle. Still, when the crisis came, they all ran away. So we also face situations like that when we pour in all our life into some people, building them emotionally, spiritually, blessing them materially, giving money, everything. And they may leave you when the time of your crisis. They may not be there. I like one line in the Bible. Bible says Jesus trusted his disciples, but he never entrusted himself into their hands. When Jesus was doing well and when they went to Mount Mount of Transfiguration, Jesus transfigured into holy, and Elijah and Moses came to chat, and Peter saw that. He thought it was a good idea. He said to Jesus, why don't we stay? We'll build 3 tents. One for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah, and I'll be your high priest. I will make sure that you are done. And why don't we build? Jesus rebuked. Peter was a great guy, he had all good ideas, but he was hasty. When Jesus said about the crucifixion, he called Jesus on the side and said, don't talk all this rubbish. You don't have to go through. Bible says Jesus rebuked him and said, get behind me, devil. So we need to surround ourselves with emotionally intelligent people. Sometimes we may have people like Peter and Judas and all the disciples. We pour our life into them, and when we really need them, they were not there. Just think about it. Jesus went to Garden of Gethsemane to pray. He called his best friend, Peter and John, come with me, let's pray. Jesus said, look guys, I'm going to be betrayed, by one of you. You're going to sell me. And I'm going to be handed over to the Romans, and they're going to beat me up, they're going to drag me, they're going to kill me and nail me on the cross. And I want to pray, I'm feeling weak. And he said, will you pray with me for some time? And they came and they sat there. Jesus went a little further to pray. When Jesus came back, guess what they were doing? They were sleeping. They did not understood, or they did not empathize with the pain and the agony that he is going to go through. Just think about you tomorrow morning. Tonight somebody comes and says, tomorrow morning, evening, we are going to kill you. How do you feel? You know that tomorrow, 2 days' time, you're going to be killed. It's tough. So Jesus went to pray, praying that, Father, if it's your will, take it away. If it's not will, let your will be done. And he, as a human, Jesus did not want to go through that crucifixion because it's awful, it's painful, pathetic. But as God, he knew that he is here to do the will of the Father. But these guys never said. But when after Jesus rose again from the dead, what did he do? He went out searching for them. And he gathered them back. He taught them. And those guys were so good. They built a church which is standing even after 2020 years. Strong, solid, as world changes. So, when you build your team, you're going to be surrounded with emotionally intelligent people, but you also got to remember, you don't get any emotionally intelligent people as ready-mades. Sometimes you have to make them. They may fail you. They may disappoint you. They may not rise up to your expectation. But don't give up. Keep working. Sometimes I look at my leadership team and I look at some other people's leadership team and I say, oh my God, you got such a good people. Look at my people, they're not so good. And when I was thinking like that, God said, each one get what they deserve. You got a team that you deserve. And they got a team that they deserve. And if you don't appreciate the team that already with you, no matter how good comes in, it's not going to be good. Remember, everything is built on you. Whether you're a man or woman or child, whoever it is, I don't care. Everything that for your future is built on you. Your future is not in anybody's pocket. Your future is not in anybody's hand. Stop running after people. Stop trying to please people so that they will help you. Their help is useless. The real help comes from God. When God helps you, it's a different ball game, my friend. You should not look to man for help. You should learn to look to God for help. But at the same time, you got to surround yourself with people who are emotionally intelligent. So I wanted to share with you about few signs or the character of the people who are emotionally intelligent so that you can recognize them. You can draw them to you and you can build your ministry or your business with them. So when you're weak, they will carry you. When they are weak, you will carry them. So number one, the emotionally intelligent people are change agents. Everywhere they go, they make the change. Yeah. Jesus said a story about a bleeding man on the street. He was attacked, stripped, and left on the road. And he said the story of three people walking. One was a priest. He saw the man walk on the other side. Next was a Levite. Third was a Samaritan. Jesus said about the Good Samaritan story. In that, you can see that Samaritan was a change agent. The priest said, I have to get to the church, the synagogue, I have to do my religious duty. Levite said, I have to go and help, I can't. But the Samaritan guy was an untouchable, stopped there, picked up that man, put the olive oil on his body and took him to an inn and took care of him. He was a change agent. Now the emotionally intelligent people are change agents. Everywhere they go, they make change. Emotionally intelligent people are not afraid of change. They understand it is a necessary part of your life and they adapt. Now, we are living in a very fast-growing world. In the past, people used to make plans for 10-year plan, 20-year plan, 5-year plan. Most of the companies not even dare to make a 1-year plan now. Why? Because we are growing so rapid. Every day new things are coming to make our life more comfortable. I'm a supporter of change. I don't reject change. You know, when new things comes, if you learn the new things, you get updated. If you don't pick up the new things, you'll become outdated. There are a lot of companies, Seiko watch. There was a time they were the number one watch. They got outdated. Rado, they got outdated. Nokia phone, outdated. Sony Ericsson phone, outdated. The electronic watch or phones or cars. You look at anywhere, BlackBerry phone. They were the number one, but they got outdated. If you don't get yourself updated, you're outdated. Now, nobody wants outdated. When you go to a shopping mall, you buy the latest version or you buy the old. Do we go to buy more clothes? Is it because we don't have enough clothes? Or we want to do something trendy and updated? It's the number one quality of an emotionally intelligent person. He's a change agent. He loves a change. Someone said everything change except the change. Change never change. Change is necessary. It is vital. The less you are ready to change, more you suffer. The more you are ready to change, the better the life is going to be. Number one, when you look around people, look for people who are ready to make change. Look for people who are not afraid of change. You know, in most of the workplace you go, people build comfort zones. They come to work for you. After a while, they build certain kind of setup within the organization. They build a comfort zone and they will, once they settle in their comfort zone, they will resist every form of change. See, when I wanted to introduce computers into my office, some of the people who were working those days told me that if you are bringing this computer, I'm leaving the job. Computers is from the devil and it's 666 and they named everything and they said, if you are bringing, I'm leaving the job. One guy said, Pastor, I am ready to do anything for you, but don't ask me to work from the computer. So I gave him a laptop. I said, you use it, you can even break it. Even if it's broken, I will never ask you anything. Just make a change. Sometimes change has to be forceful. The second thing is that emotionally intelligent people are self-aware. They know what they are good at and they know what they still need to learn. They know what are their weaknesses. They know what are their strengths. They know what environment will help them to optimize their work and work style. Emotionally intelligent people are aware about the things around them. They are not blind walks in the darkness. They observe everything around them. They know what is good and what is, they know their weakness and strength. Once you realize your weakness and strength, you have to maximize your strength and minimize your weakness. Now, all of us has weakness. There is nobody without weakness. So we have to maximize your strength. We have to minimize your weakness. If ever you say, I will sort my weakness, then I will come to serve, probably you will never come. Some of your weakness may never go. You know the story of Apostle Paul. He prayed about a thorn in the flesh. Bible says he prayed 3 times and then God said, my grace is sufficient for me, for you. Then Apostle Paul said, therefore I boast about my infirmities. When I'm weak, then I'm strong. So emotionally intelligent people, number 1, they're change agent. They change things around. Be an emotionally intelligent person. Attract. Number 2, they are self-aware. They know their weakness and strength. They know the situation. They read not only books, they read people. They read the environment. They can feel what's going around them. They don't get surprises. They surprise others. Number 3, emotionally intelligent people are very empathetic. Now there is a silly word called sympathy. I hate sympathy. And I'm also not very good in showing sympathy. If ever I get sick, I never tell anybody because I hate people coming to see me with sympathy. I don't want sympathy. I love people who are empathizing. Sympathy is you are looking and telling them, oh, you're so sorry for you. And you're so bad, I feel sorry for you. And look down at you in your difficult situation, but never even move a small finger to help you. They come, they pray for you because it's free for them. But they will never open their purse to give you $100. They know there is no food. They know you're wearing old clothes. They know you're in a hospital, you need to pay the bill. But they never open their purse. But they come to pray because prayer is easy, free. Sympathy is not a good thing. But empathy is that you see somebody is in need, you go down, like Jesus went down, like the Samaritan went down, the bleeding man. You go down, you help them, and you realize, try to understand what they are going through and identify. You look at them as if you are sick. When you go to pray for a person with sympathy, you will stand with a big noise and put a head and shake up and pray and go. But when you pray with an empathy, you feel the pain. You cry with them. Your prayer is identifying with them. Bible says Jesus moved with compassion. Every time when Jesus saw somebody is in trouble or need, his heart was moved with compassion. Mahesh Chowda, one of the great evangelists, written a book called Compassion That Makes Miracles. And he was arguing in his book is that when you're compassionate, you will see miracles happening. Not you are that dictatorial, powerful prayer that makes the miracle. You are empathizing prayer. That makes a miracle. So, number 1, emotionally intelligent people are change agents. Number 2, emotionally intelligent people have self-awareness. They know what inside, what outside. Number 3, emotionally intelligent people are very empathetic. They don't come to sympathize, they come to empathize. They be with you, they understand your pain. Number 4, emotionally intelligent people are not perfectionists. Their goal is not to become perfect. Their goal is to become effective. None of us are perfect. Only God is perfect. We are called to live in holiness, but we have not completely become holy. We will become just like Him when we meet Him in the mid-air. There's a day we will become just like Him. But till that, we are striving for perfection. Some people say, I'll never become perfect. What's the point? But if you don't strive for perfection, you're going to be pathetic. You're going to be worse. So, emotionally intelligent people know that nobody is perfect and neither they are not perfect. One company, one of the employee made a big mistake and the company lost $10 million. So, one reporter asked the boss, What are you going to do? This CEO who lost $10 million in your business. He said, I'm going to keep him. Why? Because I invested $10 million to make him wise. Emotionally intelligent people, they know they are not perfect. They also know the people around them is not perfect. So they don't put on themselves the burden which is beyond their capacity. They don't demand too much out of themselves. They know they are not perfect, and they are compassionate to people around them. When they say their mistakes, they don't expose their nakedness, they cover their nakedness. Because they know that they are not perfect. Number 5, they are balanced. See, we live in the world, we are not of the world. But we are living in the world. We can never go out of the world till Jesus calls us back. So emotionally intelligent people are balanced. Their self-awareness means they naturally know the importance of how to maintain a healthy professional, personal balance in their life. They eat well, they get plenty of sleep, they have interests outside their work, they have good friends, they value their children, their family, their friends. They have time for everything. They are not workaholic. They are not nerds. They don't get up every morning to work. They have a balanced life. Number 6, they are always curious. They always believe there is more to life than it. You know, when burning bush appeared, Moses was in the wilderness. You know, Moses was curious to see this bush burning, but it's not getting burned down. So he walked up to see, what is it? He was curious. So then he heard a voice. God said, don't come close. Remove your sandal. The place you're standing is holy. We need to be curious about things. Curiosity is the first step of creativity. Don't accept anything as mysterious. Every mystery has a story behind it. If you watch some of the program in the YouTube, you'll see how people make miracles. The magicians, how do they do the magic? Now, some of the magics you look at and they look scary. You look at it and say, how is it possible? But there are people who explain these magics. And when you read, you realize it's so simple. It's only some tricks they learn and they become professional in it. Number 7, emotionally intelligent people are gracious. Jesus was gracious. He met the woman who was caught in adultery, and everybody wanted to stone her. Jesus wanted to save her. So all these people who gave the stone, Jesus said, anybody who has no sin in you can go. They walked up. Bible says Jesus was writing with his leg. They walked up, left the stone, they walked back. Finally, Jesus and she was alone, and Jesus asked her, what happened to all the people who came to stone you? She said, they left. He said, okay, neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. Jesus met this Samaritan woman who was a bit chatty. And Jesus asked her water. She said, what? You're asking me for water. You're a Jew. I'm a Samaritan. We are not supposed to talk. You are not supposed to take water from me. Jesus said, if you know who is asking you, you would have asked him. He would have given you the living water. She said, how can you get that? This is a well of our forefathers. And you have no rope, no bucket. Where do you get? Jesus explained, and she understood. Jesus was compassionate. Jesus was gracious. And she said, give me that water. Jesus said, go and get your husband. She said, I have no husband. Jesus said, no, you had 5, you left, and then now you have the 6th one. Jesus was gracious. Now when you look at the life of Jesus, when he met the religious leaders, he abused them. He called them whitewashed tombs. He called them snakes. He called them vipers. He whipped them in the temple because they were making money. But when he met sinners, who were tax collectors, prostitutes, blind, lepers, or people with the sickness, he was very compassionate. He cried. So when you look at the life of Jesus, he was gracious. That's one of the greatest quality I and you need to develop in our life. Being gracious. Even with the people who offended us. Even with the people who misused us. Even the people who betray us. Being gracious. At the end, we can take nothing back home. No money, no fame, no popularity, no house, no car. Nothing comes with it. Even if I build biggest house in Goa, so what? Even if I become the most famous man, so what? I still die. Only my deeds will follow me. So it's important that you need to recognize people who are emotionally intelligent. I'm sharing today with you some of the character traits of emotionally intelligent people. Number one, emotionally intelligent people love the change. They are change agents. Number two, emotionally intelligent people are self-aware. They know, they have an awareness. Number three, they are empathetic. Number four, they are not perfectionists. Number five, they are balanced. Number six, they are curious. Number seven, they are gracious. So, I would challenge you to study and remember this all the time. When you recruit people to work with you, when you make friendship, when you choose your boyfriend or your girlfriend, check these 7 points. If you are surrounded with emotionally intelligent people, even if you are stupid, you become intelligent. Together, you will build a better life. So I challenge each and every one of you to learn to be intelligent. What is emotional intelligence? Being joyful, being grateful, being faithful, and being kind. You can add any number of good qualities, but these are the basic 4. Emotionally intelligent people tend to have more satisfaction in their life, and they tend to live longer, and people enjoy their company. But emotionally stupid people have no control over their emotions. They are dangerous people. You cannot walk with them because you do not know what is their next step. So God bless you. Recognize people around you. Recognize yourself so that you can have a better life. All the best.
Hi there. El Shaddai has been working in the field of women and children. We are basically helping the children who are at risk. We run children's homes, shelters, community centers, slum schools, non-formal schools, and various kinds of healthcare program for the children who are deprived. 1 out of every 2 child is anemic, and 1 out of 4 adolescent girls are getting married, forced to marry before the age of 15, and 30 out of 100 girls don't even finish the primary school, those who go to the primary school. So we have a very grim situation when you travel in the villages and in the remote areas, even in the urban areas, in the slums. People live in a very, very pathetic condition. They don't have anything as basic. We have a government, they are doing work, but the hands of the welfare is not reaching to the people who lives in villages and the poor areas. Some of you are listening to me, you've been supporting the charity over the years, and we are truly grateful for your support. Your support enabled us to do what we are doing. Without your support, it's just not possible what we are doing. So much of money every month we have to spend for the welfare of the children, food, shelter, clothing, stuff. All this happened just because people like you, all those who've been supporting in the past. I just want to say a big thank you for your support. We are truly grateful for what you do. And if you're a person who has not been supporting and you are listening to me, I encourage you to sign up to sponsor a child. It costs 2,000 rupees in Indian rupee or 20 pounds. It gives future for another child. There are a lot of children are waiting for someone to come in to support. We got to thank God that we have a life where we can sit in a nice place and talk, we have a nice house to live. I believe that we all need to show a little bit of act of kindness to these people who are somehow less fortunate.